I've taught interpersonal communications and speech for 25 years now. And in that field, I became interested 15 years ago in the accelerated learning, whole brain learning, super learning. And so that is what I now incorporate into interpersonal communications, showing my students how they can talk themselves into whatever they want to create, get rid of their limitations, so to speak. And in that, I teach them a lot of the brain techniques, how to become a master programmer of their brain. And that's how I first started using Hemisync tapes.
And how is that incorporated in your work?
I think 5 years ago when I first was introduced to Hemisync tapes, just as an experiment with my students, which I had done with at least 20 other tapes, not Hemisync tapes, but people who purported to be real super learning tapes. We had always experimented with them. So when I heard about the Hemisync, the brain synchronicity, I said, let's try it. We ordered 26 tapes, and it was really amazing to me that within 2 weeks of using those tapes, the H Plus series, that they demanded to order some more. So we ordered up to 72 in the second batch and started experimenting, and people were passing math, and they were more creative, and they were offloading painful memories, learning to like their husband. And I guess I was amazed because I had taught accelerated learning, whole brain thinking for over 15 years by that time, and these tapes seemed to take the students faster, further with the particular format that I used. And so that then intrigued me to come to my own first gateway experience, which revolutionized my teaching.
Tell me about the initial receptivity level of your students. How did you set this up for them? Obviously, Hemisync isn't something that's world-renowned as of yet.
No.
How did you hit them with this, and what was their reaction?
Well, I always, in the 15 years, had always started in as the brain as a biocomputer, as a living computer, and teaching them how to become master programmer of their own computer, getting away from feeling they're victimized by anybody else, upbringing or whatever. I also teach a lot about psychoneuroimmunology, how they can even use it not only to become better students, but to heal problems. And so for me, the mind-body connection's always been there. Now, at that point, what I do is I move into split brain, talking about the left brain processing style and the right brain processing style. The trick is getting into the right brain processing style because our educational system turns it off. Anytime you go into fantasizing, daydreaming, doodling, we go, don't do that. And so most of us have shut it down. The trick is opening it up because the right brain supposedly processes 860 times faster, but at the subconscious level. So then we move into the tapes. And so for me, I'd say the tapes have already synchronized your brain with all of the sounds that are moving all of the different aspects of your brain. And if, as they say, we only probably use 5% of our brain capacity, let's try. Think of what we could do if we could get into 10% of our brain capacity. And so as they then start using the tapes for specific problems, then or also for super learning, then that allows them, without having to force it, to use both of those hemispheres to become better. And I preach in my classes, preach, that it is important for each of us to become fully what we are and to move beyond what we think are limitations.
Absolute integration.
Absolute integration.